Kamala surrogates are causing trouble for her campaign with only 5 days to go. Mark Cuban just insulted millions of Republican women.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them.
Cuban is trying to clarify, saying he was not talking about all women, just Trump not listening to Nikki Haley.
The richest surrogate for Kamala Harris, billionaire business owner Mark Cuban, thinks conservative and independent women working for Trump are stupid and unaccomplished.
Donald Trump, you never see him around strong, intelligent women, ever. It's just that simple. They're intimidating to him. He doesn't like to be challenged by them.
Yeah, well, speaking of someone who has challenged him on many occasions, and I think he still respects my opinion, that's a really dumb comment. So just proving billionaires can be bozos as well, I guess, Mark? Well, here's a fact check for Mark doesn't have a Cuban. Here's a small list of those supposedly unintelligent women associated with Donald Trump. His wife, Melania, I don't know, does Mark Cuban speak 5 languages? His campaign manager, Susie Wiles, a seasoned political pro. America First Policy Institute chief Brooke Rollins, brilliant. Linda McMahon, also with AFPI, former WWE exec, came up from nothing. Kellyanne Conway, of course, we all know Kellyanne, Governor Sarah Sanders, Kayleigh McEnany, and the list goes on and on. We should note that Mark Cuban tweeted out a clarification earlier today, noting that there are strong, intelligent women who support Trump. But his comment is in line with the personal nastiness going all the way back to Hillary's deplorables comment. Now, Cuban clarified, but we all remember the Kavanaugh confirmation battle. They think Trump supporters are kind of something out of The Handmaid's Tale, right? Right?
You know, it all started with Obama, we cling to God and guns and our religion. And then we were with Clinton, a basket of deplorables. And then with Biden, we're fascist and now we're garbage. Look, the Dems are divisive. And Mark Cuban's comment, Laura, is a continuation of that divisive rhetoric. We're stupid, too. Anyone who supports Donald Trump, there aren't any intelligent women, except 5 hours later, there was so much pushback, given the number of women that you yourself identified in that terrific open, you know, who were supporting Donald Trump. But what about all of the millions of women who were entrepreneurs and business owners and teachers and nurses and doctors? I mean, this is what the Democrats are doing. They are trashing women. They are trashing Trump supporters. And Kamala can stand back and say, oh, I would never trash a supporter of any candidate. But if Donald Trump is Hitler or if Donald Trump is a fascist, what does that make the people who support him? We're Hitlerian. We're fascist. And so the comment that Trump always makes, which is, they're after you, but I'm just in the way, is so telling. Because they are criticizing us. This isn't just criticizing a politician. They're criticizing half of America, and it's not working. And honestly, Laura, it's beginning to tee off a lot of people.
Now, here with reaction, RNC co-chair Lara Trump is with us. You want to react to this?
Which part, Sean? How long do we have for this? I got to be honest
with you.
As you need.
You're a smart, intelligent woman. And powerful,
well,
too.
I appreciate that. Don't tell Mark Cuban that, because he'll tell you differently. But the whole thing is really amazing. They have been incredibly direct in what they think of the American people. Go back to Hillary. Deplorable, irredeemable, smelly Walmart people. Remember that? Remember how they've called us all fascists and Nazis? Obviously, we're garbage, according to Joe Biden. And any woman who would consider Donald Trump, who wants, I don't know, a great economy, safety and security around our country, a closed border, peace instead of wars around the world, apparently we are weak and stupid. Well, I don't think so, Mark Cuban. Take a look around. You obviously heard from Susie Wiles. She had that very nice post. You had Kellyanne Conway, the first woman, by the way, who ever successfully ran a presidential campaign when Donald Trump won in 2016. And by the way, before it was actually politically advantageous for anybody, and before people were really doing things like this, Donald Trump, when he built Trump Tower, Sean, hired a woman to do that job. If you go look at the Trump Organization, the top executives and some of the people who have been with Donald Trump the longest are women in his company. This whole idea that any of us are being called all of these names is totally ridiculous. You're right. You know what the American people want to hear about? How are you going to make my life better? What is it you're going to be able to do over the next 4 years that is going to be a reason I'm going to vote for you? Donald Trump did it for 4 years. We had a great country when he was president. Women are smart enough, Mark Cuban, to know that. And I think it's really amazing to see how outraged they were with Donald Trump in a garbage truck driving to a rally in Wisconsin. People absolutely love this, and it's driving them crazy on the left, and they want more of that, not less. This is a fun, joyful campaign on the Trump side. Look over at the Kamala Harris side. They're melting down. They're collapsing. And I got to tell you, it's a pretty wonderful thing to see.
But look at all of the surrogates out there. Well, you got Mark Cuban. No strong, intelligent woman would support Donald Trump. Bill Clinton, well, Laken Riley would be alive today if only we'd vet these illegal immigrants. And I know the economy was better under Donald Trump than it is under Kamala, but I still want you to vote for Kamala. Then, of course, you got Gretchen Whitmer mocking Catholics and Christians. You got Joe calling Trump supporters garbage. You've got Barack Obama lecturing African-American men, his words, the brothers, and calling them misogynistic and sexist. Stacey Abrams calling African-American men racist and sexist. And then when all else fails, everybody joins in unison and says, you know, fascist, Nazi, racist. That does not seem like a closing argument to inspire the American people. And now they have actors and actresses, Hollywood elites, trying to, oh, let's run an ad and tell women to lie to their husbands. That's a great message.
Yeah, and actually that ad I find very confusing. The only place a woman has a choice. Are you kidding me? We live in the United States of America. This is the greatest country on earth to be a woman. It's really outrageous, but this is the problem, Sean, when you actually don't have a closing argument, when you know that the product you're trying to sell to the American people is something they just simply don't want to buy. No one wants to buy 4 years of Kamala Harris. We've just suffered through that for the past 4, and we could not survive another 4, just like we've had. And I think we all know they would be far worse if Kamala truly became president. There's part of me that feels like some of these people do not want to see her in that White House. Maybe Joe Biden is one of those people. I don't know. I wouldn't be surprised if he might cast a ballot for Donald Trump this election. But the truth is, it doesn't matter what they call us. It doesn't matter what they say about us. It doesn't matter how many times they criticize us and try to knock us down. People are proudly out there voting for Donald Trump. And I hope everybody paying attention right now thinks of somebody, think of one person at least that you know who has not voted, who might not go out and vote in this election. Text them right now, call them right now, take them tomorrow if you have early voting still going on in your state, and take them to the polling location to vote. That's how we win this. We don't want this stuff anymore in our country, Sean. We want a successful country. We want the American dream back. We want a strong country again. And we know who brought that to us. It was Donald Trump. And I'll tell you something. Strong, smart women out there all across America are proudly casting a vote for Donald Trump. You can see my I voted sticker. I went and voted for Donald Trump today, and it was one of the proudest moments of my life.
Strong, smart, intelligent women are voting for Donald Trump. And African Americans never did better. And we put the numbers up many times in terms of economic growth and gains and unemployment at all-time lows. That happened under Donald Trump's presidency. Those are just facts. Lara Trump, great to see you. Thank you. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.